Oh, my stupid Windows had to did a whole, force me into freaking Windows 11
Oh,
upgrade.
well, you had to click OK for it to do it, right?
Yeah, but it was the whole. It wouldn't let me do anything. Yeah, I either said I will never. I am relinquishing my free upgrade to Windows 11,
Yeah.
or I do Windows 11 upgrade right now. Choose.
Really? Are you serious?
Yeah, and it said, hey, and support for Windows 10 dies this year,
Yeah, well, it does.
and it's dead, and you won't have another chance without paying. And I was like, oh, fuck you. So I did it.
Yeah. So, what are they going to do about people with systems that don't
Are
support Windows?
incompatible.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, my system's not incompatible, right? I used to be, in one of those camps,
Uh
but
huh.
now I'm not. So,
Yeah. Well, Microsoft wants to force people into Windows.
well, I could have stayed on 10.
Yep.
It just would have been unsupported,
I know, but
right?
they're using that language to attempt to coerce people into changing.
Well, yeah, absolutely they
Because
are.
like that, my buddy said, who's an actual Windows engineer, he goes, they're moving to pay subscription.
Yeah, planned obsolescence
Yep.
and subscription based.
Yep. And once people start actually figuring that out or believing it, somebody with money is going to start a new company with a new OS, and Microsoft is going to freaking bite the bullet. Because, I mean, people say, well, Linux. Now, Linux screwed up. They could have had the market. The problem is that Linux is, one, it's not very user friendly. And two, there's so many versions out there. Which freaking version do you use? And for somebody like me to say that knows OSs, well, gee, I just wish the Amiga OS would would. I still think the Amiga OS could become a player in that because you don't need an Amiga now to run it. You can run it on other machines and it adapts, which is really pretty damn cool if you think about it.
Yeah.
An OS that can run
Okay.
OS that can run on a Mac, PC, Amiga, an ARM processor, and many others. I mean, that to me is pretty damn cool. And it
Yeah.
adapts to whichever OS or whatever system you're using. But anyway,
Sure.
Linux could have taken the market, but the problem is it's too complicated behind the scenes for language, and there's too many versions. There's like 1,500 versions of Linux out there. Which freaking version are you gonna use? You know, it just
Mm-hmm.
how do you support that? You don't. There's no standard. So eventually, that's what's going to happen. Microsoft is biting themselves in the ass. They might be able to retain a corporate side of things for a long while, but once they lose a consumer base, their days are numbered. Just like that's why Apple doesn't have any inroads into the corporate base. They have like 0.01% of corporate accounts. That's it. Linux made huge inroads, except, and the reason is because a lot of those companies they can alter
Yeah,
Linux to
and
their.
on the server side, most of that,
Yep,
right?
exactly. And that's because a few companies did the smart thing and worked together to make a server uh, optimized system, and they all maintain compatibility between each other, which is what they should have. Somebody should have done with the Linux uh, front end.
So you never did find the gun wall, did you?
Nope. And I've asked others, and they keep saying, "Well, isn't it at the IAE?" And it's like, no, because we went to IAE and looked for it, one there, and everybody else is saying, "Yeah, I couldn't find it either." It's like, I don't. I think they either got or purposely removed it.
No, they took it away because because they want you to have to go through places to get guns and this, that. It's all gated.
Yep.
They want all that equipment to be gated.
Yep.
Okay. Then just say it.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
Don't be a coward of your choices. Defend your choices.
Yep.
Make it make sense and
Yep.
say so. Okay? We're no longer offering this at this show anymore because XYZ.
Right.
Or have it and say, here's the common weapons. You can get them all here if you want, but all these other ones you ain't getting.
Right. And they also
okay,
need,
well, better make it make sense to me because, you know.
but they also need to step up and start playing fair, because PvP only is not going to fly. You know?
Right. Well, they changed a little bit that, like, right, with the components and the ship stuff and Wakello, right, being able to.
But Wakello in some ways, well, Wakello in many ways is still behind a PvP wall.
Kinda, right? Some
no.
of those weapons, right? If you want that weapon, you got to go down there.
Well, yeah, or also go to places that are freaking PvP centric. I mean, right now in
Correct.
ETF right now, there's big discussion going on, because I've been gone the last few days. But today they were discussing when I came in for the first time. They're talking about there's all these new events and missions that SIG is adding in Point 2, and apparently the name of the game once it went to Wave 1 was how many places can you camp and who can hold the camping spot long enough.
Yeah, great.
I mean,
the shuttles. Let me guess, it's that because it's a no-fly zone and they just camp the shuttles.
I have no idea. It's I haven't played it, I haven't seen it, so I don't know what they're talking about. But I thought somebody said it was also some kind of exit from the place. So it's FPS too, people camping, if I understood right. So it was both. Um, and maybe that's what SIG was looking for too. Who knows? You know, what can they break in this version? So let's go version 1 and 2, or wave 1 and 2, which they've gone to wave 2. Because surprisingly, most in ETF are not happy about it, which surprised me. You had a few people speak up, oh, you gotta just plan, blah, 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 blah. It's like, no, campers are morons. Campers are those that can't do it legit, so they find shit like that to do because they can't fight worth a shit. They can't play worth a shit, thereby ruining everybody else's experience. You know? Camper with a sniper rifle could take out a team of 4 at a distance before they even get a chance to get close if it's flat land. And if it's a no-fly zone, that makes it even worse.
Well, yeah, they have that new zone, so it's no-fly zone, I guess, and you can't get in there except on these, on ground or in these shuttles.
Well, I thought they were supposed to. I thought they were supposed to get rid of no-fly zones, and it was all about gameplay.
No, this is like a whole gameplay area where you can go in there, but you can't go in with your ship. They have some excuse like some magnetic storm, something, right?
Oh, really?
And it disabling ship systems, but you can go in on ground. So ground vehicle systems are okay. I don't know. They're doing something to get into the area. You have to take these shuttles or something. And of course, they're camping the shuttle, debarking areas.
By the way, the stream's up, just so you know, before anybody's watching. Um, it's kind of funny, just to give you an update. Months ago, I was talking to you about the scenarios, and I said that we have a list of 10, right? That's actually changed dramatically, actually for the good. But that's not what I was going to mention. One of the things that I was going to mention is, you know how Trump has talked about the Golden Dome, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Okay. Where do you think that came
Star
from?
Wars 2.0.
Yeah, except it's already in service. Part of it, most of it, actually about 70% of it. Where do you think that whole idea came from?
What, the Golden Dome?
Yeah. It's
Well,
not what
you're streaming, so I can't
not
say.
not. There's nobody. Well, hold on a second. Let me kill the stream audio for a second. Okay, now you can.
My dick.
Oh, well, I could have let that stream.
No, I don't know. I have no idea. Whatever.
Well,
Golden Dome, where'd it come from?
our group.
Israel?
No, our group.
Oh, our group. Your group?
Yeah. We got credit for it. Especially because
See?
in our reports and stuff I couldn't talk about, we talked specifics. What they haven't, you're going to notice the government won't talk a lot of specifics. So, about what it is and how it works. But it's, the defenses that we said we need are ballistic, obviously, anti-ship, anti-air, and cruise missile. What the hell? And cruise missile. So, kind of gives you an idea. Because remember, one of our top 10 scenarios was cargo ships, container ships.
Oh, yeah, the container ship with the
Yep.
fucking loaded with freaking
Yep.
cruise missiles. Yeah.
Yep. And the higher ups went. The light bulb came on finally. Because they were all thinking one dimensional or two dimensional, ground and air. And the reports were saying you got to start thinking three dimensions, people. There's a space force on top of it for some of these people that were like, what? Um, we go, if you think we're okay right now, if China launched 50,000 cruise missiles, how would we stop them? That's what woke everybody up, that line. We have no way to stop 50,000 cruise missiles to our own country. And
All right, so my Super Hornet, I got it blown up because I was EVA out of it trying to get one of those stupid pilot helmets, and they blew up my ship. But I've lost so many of them. If I don't get it right away, they disappear or whatever. So, um, anyways, they blew up my ship while I was EVA getting that stupid helmet. So I'm claiming it. I claim it. I looked at it in the ship viewer, and the guns are missing, of course, right? So you're saying the fix is I call the ship,
store
and
it,
then lower the ship,
and then bring it back up, or call the ship, lower it, and go into VLM. But anyway, as I said, about 70% of the system we already have, but it's mainly geared toward ballistic or ICBM, ballistic missile tech, um, and then to a lesser degree toward cruise missiles, but only naval for right now. So we already actually have the tech. It's now going to, obviously there's not a time frame, but it won't take very long to ramp it up. But there'll be a lot of construction going on because the ground-based systems will be a hell of a lot stronger. Because don't forget, we're also talking energy weapons here, not just missiles. Like, because Iron Dome and stuff in Israel is mostly missiles.
Yeah.
Which is what people are using as their example. But it's much, much more. Um, and the funny thing is, Canada has already talked to us about paying to join us. Isn't that hilarious?
Trump's like, yeah, you got to pay if
Yep.
you want it.
Yep. Well, they offered. Trump didn't do nothing. He announced it, and within days, Canada was saying, "Can we be part of it? We'll help pay for some of the development." So yeah, that was pretty funny. Um,
Okay, and then back in the VLM.
all right, turn the mic back on. All right, there we go. What am I doing? I don't know. I wish they'd fix this.
They're still, so they're missing
What's missing?
still.
Oh,
The
your
guns.
guns? Do the other components on your ship show?
Do I need to unequip the ball turret or
Wait, which ship? Which ship are you talking about?
Superman
Oh,
with the turret? You know, the Heartseeker turret.
um, blow it up and claim it.
So I have to raise it, blow it up.
Yeah, I'd actually fly it away somewhere, drop it off, and blow it up and claim it. See if they come back. Because that's one of the other workarounds. I'm trying to remember. I know I didn't blow mine up in the hangar. I think I did take it out now that I'm thinking about it. The first time it happened, though, I was able to do the start and raise, and it worked. The second time it didn't. And I ended up taking it out somewhere and blowing it up. Make sure that turret is on there.
Yeah, it's on there.
And are any of
It's
the
just the guns are missing, just like always.
okay? Are the guns in? Double check and make sure the guns are not in your inventory. If they
They're
are,
not.
okay. So then yeah, do that. Because then it'll rebuild the turret. It's because I don't mess with it at all, and I always have my guns, but I don't try to change the guns or anything. Just leave it alone.
I didn't try and change them either, other than I put them on, right?
Did you put them on, or did you put the whole turret on?
I put the whole turret on.
Huh. But I know a lot of people are taking the guns off, taking the turret, and like that. I just take the whole damn turret off.
Yeah, just the turret.
Yeah, and I do it in the
I
VLM.
did get I did run across another Polaris. I managed to get almost 20 missiles out of, or torps out of that one
Nice,
last night.
nice. The also, by the way, the other trick with this Super Hornet issue that I did figure out is uh, do not modify it in first person. Only modify it in
I
VLM.
modified it in the BLM.
Yeah, that for me has been working. But once I tried it with a first person, it broke again. So and then I pulled out the turret on the cargo grid and put it back on turret on Hornet, and then it went back to working again.
Yeah, they're missing. Guns are missing. Yes.
Yep. Well, put that turret on and go blow it up.
Well, I mean, they never took it off. The turret's on.
Oh, okay.
It's just guns are missing again.
Yeah. Blow it up. Blow it up someplace away from whatever. I was gonna say you could put it in another ship and do that. Where are you at right now?
I'm at Orison.
Alright, I'm gonna be headed back there in about 5 minutes.
I'm just gonna fucking store the thing.
Well, what I was getting at is I'm gonna be headed there in 5 minutes. We can put it in a ship and I can fly you out there. You blow it up and then you got a way back. Or you can, or just take it
Yes.
out there, log the menu. You can come in on my server and I'll set a party up. That might,
Yeah, I'm on your server.
or that'd probably be quicker. Just log the menu, come back in, and then I'll set up the party. Or do you want me to set up the party now?
I'm already in your server.
Yeah, I heard you. I'm just
Oh.
asking which way you want to go with. You want me to wait before I set up the party, or do it before you leave?
Oh, I don't need to blow. Do I need to blow it up or just claim it?
I would blow it up, destroy it completely, because it's still an entity in the game if it's not blown. Somebody else could find it, mess with it, hassle it, and the game still thinks it exists. So blowing it up, make sure it's gone.
Yeah.
And then it has to recreate a whole brand new one. Because I think it ties into the claim system and the changes they made about claiming your own gear. That's where I think the bug is. So once it's blown up and completely destroyed, Well,
completely destroyed the last time.
no. I'm just giving you steps I took and got it to work. Damn it. They gotta fix these damn cargo. This is ridiculous.
Great if they could just fix this shit too.
Really? What they need to do is just make all grids a full-on snappable grid without sections, without sizing. It's just one big full-on grid you can snap shit to. Doesn't matter what size box you want to put on it or what object you want to put on it. It just snaps to it. Period. I don't understand why they didn't do that in the first place. Just like I guess it goes with the same mentality that they give us freaking weapons that we can loot, but they don't have the brains to give us a weapon rack size thing that we can put them in, so they will snap properly. I mean, it's almost like they were designing from the perspective, well, doing it this way, they can only carry 5 weapons in their cargo bay instead of, a whole bunch of boxes full of weapons that they can carry. What's the fucking
Why would
difference?
you want us? How about you just let us decide what we want to
Exactly. Exactly.
I was hauling shit around, breaking anything other than just making us able to do the shit we want to do.
Yep. Just it goes along with like designing ships around the size of a cargo bay, not designing the cargo bay around the size of the ship. You know. Well, we made this ship, but we only wanted to have 200 SU space. Why? 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 Well, because other ships are. Yeah, why? Because? Because why? Makes no sense. I don't give a shit if somebody wants to fly a Connie or a Starfarer. The ship should be able to carry whatever size of the cargo space, front, back, up, and down. Doesn't matter. If they can fit it in, that should be a cargo capability. Ships should not have these dev-imposed fake limits, especially for cargo running. It makes absolutely no sense. None. If I want to use, like I said, if I want to use my Starfarer to carry 800 SCU or use a Hercules, it shouldn't matter. And why that would be a concern to SIG, I am my what?
Okay.
Okay, what?
I was ejecting out of my ship.
Oh, did you hit the
And it blew
self-destruct?
up. Yeah, I self-destruct, blew.
Without you in it, good. That's a good.
Yeah, I ejected.
That's a good thing. You know how many people have done that and not ejected, and then gone, oops.
I don't know. I guess. All right, escape to menu or
Well,
exit.
I haven't done it quite that way, but I've hit the self-destruct, looking at that eject handle, hit the self-destruct, and the eject handle didn't work.
Disappear. Yeah, it goes away.
Exactly.
I would have been able to shut off the self-destruct in time. I gave myself. I was kind of ready for it, but it ejected me. So.
Yeah, In my
Like it's a
case,
short self-destruct on those fighters,
the hell?
Okay. So now it's exploded, and I go claim it again because I just claimed it, right? But I mean, it might have been soft killed before, right? When I claimed it, I don't know if it was hard killed. Can you self destruct if you're soft death?
That's a good question. I don't think we can do that yet. Eventually we'll be able to, but I'm not sure, actually. I've never tried it.
I haven't tried it.
I haven't either. I've noticed traffic is a lot lighter at Area 18 now. I wonder why.
Right.
That was sarcasm. And all those people are now stuck there until the next patch for their home base.
I don't mind Area 18. I mean,
I do.
honestly,
I can't load anything into a Polaris or an Aegis in Area 18. Nothing. There's no room.
There's no room, right? Hangar room, you mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
Asgard, huh? I don't think he liked me pinging him. Had an Asgard go flying by me as I'm climbing out of Atmo. Just flew on by, so I pinged him to find out who the hell he was. All of a sudden, he whips around and slows down and moves behind me. Common sense, guy.
Okay.
I'm in a Polaris. I'm not going to open fire on you. But my point defenses are going to rock your world if you open fire on me.
I think his 6 size 3 guns are. I mean, that's nice. 6 size 3s at the
Yeah.
pilot's command in
Yep.
an Asgard, right?
Yep. He doesn't know who he's messing with, though. I don't just fight the ship, I fly the ship. You know what the term fight the ship means, right? I don't know if I ever asked you.
What, as a pilot?
No, it's a naval term called fight the ship. I fight the ship. Basically, it means the person that handles and controls the gun, the weaponry. So on a warship, we have crew, we have gunnery officers, and the gunnery officer would say, "No, I'm not the captain. I'm the one that fights the ship." He's responsible. He's a weapons officer, responsible for managing and operating and handling all the main weapon systems of the ship, with a few exceptions, nukes and sonar, our ASROCs and our torpedoes. But yeah, that's what that is, a naval term. I can't tell you how many people I've mentioned it like an ETF, and they're like, "What the fuck are you talking about? Fight the ship?" You, they don't understand what it means. It's like it's a naval term, and then they'll go, "Bullshit! It's a naval. Well, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about." It's like, oh my god.
Well, they just don't know the vernacular
Right.
of, of the Navy, right?
Correct.
There's the way people talk, right? There's
Exactly. It comes from the
words you
colonial.
use that,
Yeah, it comes back from the days of sailing ships, colonial times, that kind of stuff. John Paul Jones, that's exactly what his phrase meant. I have not yet begun to fight. And then after that, he made the statement, I shall begin to fight the ship.
well, in aviation, it's kind of a negative thing. You don't want to fight. We don't call it ship. You don't want to fight your aircraft. You don't want to fight your plane, whatever you
Right,
are.
right. But see, we look at warships as an extension of ourselves.
Well, yeah, so do pilots, right?
I don't know. I wonder if the Air
But
Force, what the Air Force
in
does though.
that term, in that lexicon, right, when you're saying don't fight your ship, is meaning,
No,
right?
it's specific. Fight the ship. It is specific.
Right, I know, but we don't say fight the ship. I'm just saying don't fight your plane. Don't
Well,
fight
yeah.
it. Don't fight the controls. Don't
I
fight
just
you
I
want
wonder
to be.
I wonder what the Air Force actually does use if they don't use fight the ship because with like the
Yeah, but it's different. It's not about weapons use or ordnance use, right?
no, you get one
It's
of these.
more about flying the aircraft to its
Right, I understand that.
uh,
I understand that
strength
part.
and capabilities, not trying
Right.
to
I as I also I fight
fly it,
right. I understand that part. But
against its strengths,
I'm
right?
wondering though if the Air Force has a similar um, phrase
They
or
might.
statement because they've got like ships that are ships, aircraft that take multi-crew, like the Spectres and stuff like that. They're
Yeah,
multi.
maybe.
That's
Maybe they do.
that's what I was wondering because I'll have to ask an Air Force.
I
I'll have to ask Air
I
Force
wouldn't
guy
know.
because I've never actually asked that before. It makes sense though.
Maybe if you had a big old fucking like that AC-130 gunship,
Yep.
it has a shit ton of ordnance on it, right?
Yep. Or the P8s.
Yeah.
You know what the P8 is?
Are you talking about the freaking rotor, the twin rotor?
No. P8s. That's the V22, and then the V206, 208 is the new Valor dual rotor VTOL. Anyway, now the P8 is the modern um, anti-submarine warfare ship, is what it's known by as.
Oh, okay.
But
All
it
right.
carries
Cool.
enough. It carries weaponry on it to deal with any threat.
Oh, is it Poseidon?
Poseidon.
The
Yeah.
Poseidon 8
Yep.
or Poseidon?
Poseidon.
P8 Poseidon, whatever they call
But it carries weaponry on it to deal with any threat, not just submarines. So that's all I can say about that, though. And it's one hell of a sub hunter. Now it's just too bad that Boeing can't get their shit together. Although apparently the fix for the boom for the not for the P8 but for the what's the other one? Uh, shit. The P8 and the other aircraft are in the same frame. The P8's fine. The what's the name of the damn new tanker? Shit. I'm not Air Force, so I don't know it off the top of my head. Yes, I do. I just can't think of it.
it. Nope, no guns. So it did nothing for me.
Did nothing, huh?
Yeah,
How'd you
guns are
get out
still
there and
missing.
how'd you get? Oh, you never mind. Okay. What the hell is that ship called? Or not ship,
I don't
aircraft.
know, man.
I gotta look it up. New.
Well, that just freaking irritates me.
Oh, the KC-46A Pegasus. That's the Air Force's. We got the P-8 Poseidon for the Navy, of course, but the Pegasus is the Air Force one to replace the tanker fleet. 180 of them, and the main boom for refueling don't work right. Doesn't work right. They actually have a kludge fix on it right now so it can work in limited fashion. But apparently the refits to make it work are coming in June, from what we understand now. How's that though? We spend billions on this program for something that's the replacement for the KC-135 Stratotanker for our entire military, and the main fueling boom doesn't work. Isn't it something? Oh, no, I guess only Boeing could pull that off. Well, no, the Chinese probably could too. Maybe the Chinese stole it from them. That's why it doesn't work. It was a joke.
Gotcha.
You and your tuning out of people, man.
I heard you. I just didn't laugh. I'm sorry.
No,
I mean,
that's
oh,
not what.
hi, the
I'm not.
Chinese stole.
That's not
They
what I
stole
was.
something that doesn't work on me. Okay, I'm sorry. So 17. I got 17 torps.
Nice.
I'm just
Wait,
counting
which
them.
is?
I'm trying to. So yeah, the guns didn't show. I took the turret off, put the other turret on, right? Saved it. Now I'm trying to see if I can see the turret. There it is. And there are no weapons. Its weapons aren't here. I mean, the turret's here. Well, that's the wrong turret. That's confusing. I just put that turret on the Hornet. The standard one, with the missile launcher and the size 3 guns, Saved it. And then I go into my inventory and the same turret, it's in there. But the other turret isn't.
So the turret.
That turret.
So the actual turret is now missing. Missing.
It says it's available, right?
Right.
But it's not showing up.
When you click on it.
Yeah.
Is it? It's showing available but not showing up. Exit your
Like
Mobi.
available for me to put on the ship.
Right. Exit the Mobi and go back in.
Yeah.
Wait
I
about
have twice now.
Yeah, but when you go out, wait about 30 seconds. Sounds like you're disconnected from the inventory, like I get.
I don't know. I'm gonna try and raise it on the elevator. See if it shows up in the elevator inventory. Doesn't show up in the other inventory.
Yeah, it won't show up in the other inventory. Not supposed to.
Well, the other one does. Confusing.
Yeah, I know, but there's components that do, which means they haven't been. Whatever the checkbox hasn't been checked, or whatever the hell they do, and some don't. For example, like retaliator modules will show up in the normal inventory and the cargo inventory, but the modules for uh, the Phoenix don't, or do actually do. The retaliator don't. What am I saying? Got it backwards.
So in here, the image of the turret shows the guns on it.
Uh-huh.
Just the picture of it, right?
Uh-huh. Which is kind of odd, though, that it won't freaking... Where's the box? Oh, there it is. Duh.
And what's even weirder is the gimbals for it show next to it, right? So the gimbals aren't on it. It's like the gimbals are off of the turret.
Well, yeah, but that's in the picture. Just pull it up. Don't mess with it. You got to remember, anything in your inventory, the way it shows, don't believe it. probably not
Yeah.
real.
It's a lie.
Yeah. Too far. Oops. Yeah, well. It's too damn bright. I can't see the frickin' HUD. I want to take the SIG devs and make them come in here and do 100 landings and dockings of the ship. And maybe by the time they're done, huh?
Yeah, the guns aren't on it.
And maybe by the time they finish 100 dockings, they'll actually realize they need to fix the frickin' HUD so we can change the damn color. Yeah, get it over with since your HUD is so far off it's not even funny. Yeah, I almost didn't come into play or stream or anything tonight because I'm still not
Engines are off.
been dealing with medical. What am I? And it didn't help that I also have the sunburn, which has been a bitch and a half from 2 hours being outside. Unbelievable. But add that to having a problem with my injuries from the military. Oh man, it's been a rough few days.
Okay, and now it's completely disappeared from my inventory. I brought it up on the elevator, went and looked at it, came back to drop it, tried to drop it, it disappeared off the elevator. So I lowered the elevator, raised the elevator.
Oh, if you dropped it on the elevator, then it's probably gone until the next patch. Or the resewed fix code, you might get lucky and it repair your account. Because when that happens, that means it dropped out down under the pad.
Awesome.
Yep. And what you can try to do is cycle the elevator again, the cargo elevator.
Yeah, I did.
And it doesn't show up in the inventory?
No, I cycled it.
Well, then it's gone. You just have to wait. Maybe tomorrow when you come back, it'll be there.
It's like, whatever.
Well, it's there. It's
Fucking
just
game.
you don't have access to it yet. All right, for now. But
Right there.
depending on where it went, the code will kick in eventually when you're out of the game and fix it.
Fascinating.
For me, it doesn't fix it.
Asinine
Hey,
game.
you can complain. For me, it doesn't fix. It destroys. It makes it go bye-bye. Every time. Doesn't matter what it is. So don't complain.
Complain if I want to.
Yeah, well, I'll trade you.
Well, it says it's still in inventory.
It is. It is. It'll correct the record once you're logged out. Like if you go to dinner, take you half hour, 45 minutes, log out completely of your launcher, the game, the website. And in that time period, hopefully the repair system kicks in, and when you come back, it'll be fixed. You gotta store the ship, dummy. Or some Yahoo decides to start ramming it.
To the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
He's a moron.
I was really enjoying
Your
flying
vehicle
it
has
too.
been moved to our storage
It's
facility.
fun.
Well,
Ship
buy a
to
second
fly,
one.
which is
Buy another one. That way you got one to rely on when you break the first one.
yeah. Not bad.
Yeah, well. I wonder if that'd fit in there.
Goodbye.
I got the one
Alright, well, I'll just go and eat dinner.
Just remember, you got to be completely out of everything, or it won't kick in.
Welcome to the ASOC vehicle retrieval system.
Wait, was that Drake? I'm trying to remember now. Drake Gollum, yep.
Before I flew it, I raised it up and down the elevator twice, right? Before I even took it out.
Hold on, I'm listening. Hold on a second.
Alright, man, I'm gonna go eat. I'll talk to you
Okay.
in a minute.
All right. strain and avocado chat. Jeez. I'm explaining the realities of fleet battles in the game. Because so many people are whining about flying their fighters against an Idris and then point defenses, take them out, and the ship is too hard to kill now, and blah, 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 blah. You should never be able to kill an Idris, or Polaris, or Javelin from a fighter. Impossible. Period. Not doable. Not possible. Nope. Where is my... Oh, they shifted it. Damn it, I keep forgetting about that. Which I don't understand why they moved him here. Makes absolutely no sense. Okay. And I need ammo, unless I don't have any more. What am I forgetting? Oh, I need extra food and water for those people too. Alright, let's see here. Yep, gonna have to buy some of those too. Damn it. Make a stop at the cargo deck. Alright. guess I gotta get some of that too. Shit. Alright, well. I wish they'd stop closing the freaking doors on our ships when we leave them open. You know, I've been playing and streaming now for how long? I don't even know. 1 hour, 22 minutes. And I haven't yet even left the hangar yet. I mean, wake up, Sig. This is not fun. You know, your whole thing about do something, bring it back, and then dial it up to fun. It's like, yeah, right. You guys bring out something and then you nerf the shit out of it and just leave it sit. Or break it some more. One of those discussions I was just debating in with some people. And ETF was those whining about the Idris and Polaris now being too strong. And I'm like, what do you mean they're too strong? Well, my buddies went in and we tried to take it out and we had 4 fighters or 5 fighters or whatever. And I'm like, well, there's your problem right there. They can't seem to understand the concept that fighters, unless you got 100 of them, they shouldn't even dent the paint, let alone kill a capital ship. And they don't seem to understand that. Like, man, get your head out your butt. The capital ship.
To the ASOC vehicle retrieval system.
And I'm like, you know, when you have a capital ship, we're going to open the back ramp doors by shooting the back ramp doors with FPS weapons. It's got a problem, which will be fixed. But when you've got a balance that you're trying to change because your fighters can't kill a capital ship, that's not because the capital ship needs nerfing. It means because it's a capital ship, you dumbass. Well, we can't kill it because of point defense. That's what planning's for. You take and plan a fleet based on whatever your target is going to be. If I have a mission that calls for me to kill an Idris, my fleet's going to have at minimum another Idris and a few Polarises or 2 Idris to take out that one Idris. Or if I don't have access to the Idrises for whatever and I've got 4 Polaris, I'm going to take 4 Polaris, 4 or 5 javelins, retaliators, a bunch of heavy or light fighters. And those fighters are going to be used to take out the turrets. Retaliators is obvious. Once the turrets are down, the fighters are going to, and the other ships are going to take out the shields. And then the javelins are going to blow the hell out of it with its torpedoes. You know, like 30 of them at once. Saturation, it's called. Saturates the target. That's what we do in real warfare. I can see it now, a country goes, we got to nerf your carriers because they're too strong for our military to take out. That's not fair. Yeah, well, you know what our response is. Oh my dear. Personal experience, based on real life, I think Idris and Polaris are sitting in a good spot for them to be balanced out. There are some exceptions. For example, Idris, its speed and turning agility, that kind of stuff, is pretty close to where it needs to be. Polaris had too high a speed, and they nerfed it and went too far, too slow, way too slow for its agility as a Corvette. So So it needs to be brought back up some. Idris needs to have its ramps fixed because you can freaking kill them with a spit wad. The ramps, doors, the hatches. So those need to be fixed. They also have a single point failure where you can pull the fuse out of one fuse box and the whole ship loses power. That's obviously not workable. And then, oh shit, I gotta move all this stuff. And then you've got then you've got a second, I'm concentrating here for a second. Single point of failure, which is the fuse box thing. And I forgot my whole train of thought. Oh, point defenses. Point defenses are where they need to be. That's one of the things people bitching about the most, especially people that have no idea concept what point defenses actually are. They're pretty close to what they should be. Point defenses are not a weapon system that maybe takes out 50 or 60% of weapons fired. Point defenses are designed to take out 100% of weapons that are targets. Now, in that 100% realm are missiles, torpedoes, oh that was weird, missiles and torpedoes and light fighters. Medium heavy fire would probably go to 90%. A heavy fighter probably 80% kill ratio, depending on how many you've got, of course. But yeah, anything below light fighter and below, that's 100% kill. Period. For point defense. Just like in real life, you get lit up by one, you're going to be chewed apart in about 3 seconds, if that. Maybe not even 3 seconds. One burst can do it, because they're designed to be lightning quick, so quick that a human cannot run them. A human can't manage them. That's why they have their own computer systems dedicated to their function. Everything is controlled on the CWIS by the CWIS: radar, contact, evaluation, and firing of their weapons. It's all computer controlled without human intervention because they are so fast. You get something that can fire 8,000 rounds a minute. Guess what? The humans, nope, not happening. Anyway, the way you mitigate point defense is to bring the right tool for the job. Between jammers, fighters, ships with EW warfare, which can include fighters, to, spoof target, and projectile cannons on fast, quick, nimble fighters that can take turrets out in short order once a few shields are broken through. That's how you kill a cap ship, because then once you take out the turrets, the whole fleet then turns its concentrated firepower on the shields. And once you bring those shields down, and there's a whole bunch of ways of bringing a ship's shields down. Everything from firepower to boarding. And now that the point defenses are in trouble, boarding ships can move right in. And it's up to the crew of the ship being boarded as to whether they can get, say, point defense online, or if they're actually destroyed, or whether they can control their own ship. Oh, hey, like that. There's my muse tired. Or if they can control their own ship enough to get other turrets on target for the boarding ships. To go that route, or basically to firepower just is used to bring the turrets down, so the heavy hitters can now launch their entire swarm of torpedoes from the same bearing, which will saturate the defenses. Just like a semi, the wheels are rolling away. They can saturate the defenses, break through completely, and if you fired 10 torpedoes, maybe 1 or 2 of them get through. That takes out even more turrets. It does some major damage to the ship for its maneuverability. You fire another 10 torps. This time 6 get through. You penetrate the armor, but the ship's still alive. You fire another 10. This time enough penetrate, and the ship loses all power, or you get a lucky shot, in a reactor, which you don't want. But that's why if the ship's got that much damage after 20 torpedoes, you're going to want to finesse it. If the ship is taking 20 torpedoes, has some holes in the hull, is having trouble with its engines and maneuvering, get some mortars in there, or smaller ships to get in there up close and personal and destroy their engines, or power plants, or whatever you can from that perspective, so you don't explode the ship by accident. The sad part is it's doable today, but it's hard as hell because SIG doesn't bother to give us the tools we need to actually plan shit out. We don't have any org tools, we don't have any battle management, we have nothing from SIG. Not a thing. So yeah, it's hard to do for the civilian type player. It's still hard to do for us that have the experience and background in that. Don't get me wrong, it's still hard for us too, but at least we know how to do it and what to do. And for anybody that listens to this now or later or whatever, that's one of the reasons we were able to go against 2 Idris and Polaris, and had it not been for sim cheating, once we got boarded, we'd have probably won the fight. For those that are not aware of it, we had taken out, we had a Polaris and Idris, or we had a Polaris and 2 Idris that jumped us. It was actually 4 Polaris, or 2 Polaris, but that one of them was an MC that got taken out by another ship. We took out the Polaris. That was our first target, first threat. And then the 2 Polaris came in, or 2 Idris came in, and battle was on between us and those other 2 Idris. And we held our own. We probably would have won, because one of the first things I did was make us concentrate our power on 1 Idris, and we took out its turret, its main turret, and its railgun. And then we turned on, the Idris itself wasn't red or anything, but we had taken out its railgun and its main turret. And so once that was done, I knew that Idris only had 1 threat left, but I wasn't concerned about it because it would take some more effort. I turned to the second Idris and we concentrated all our firepower on the second one. And I had a hell of a time. I was able to hit its railgun and turret again like I did the first one, but the pilot was a little bit better, and like us, he knew how to fly. And I got some hits in on his stuff, but I was not able to get his turret I got his turret down, I couldn't get his railgun down. And then this second Idris kept trying to ram us because it didn't have any weapons. And I guess for now that is part of gameplay, but realistically in real life or in later gameplay, that's not going to be a tactic in later game. Who's going to ram their ship and destroy it to kill another ship unless you're just on a suicide mission? And your buddies don't give a shit that he's killing you too and blowing up your Idris, so that you got to reclaim the damn thing over a week or whatever. Anyway, he started ramming us, so I had to play evasive with that and still try to hit the first Idris, which we managed to do. Um, and we got that second Idris red, almost all of it. And I knew we were within just a few shots of finishing it. But that second Idris was able to hit us in the right spot, open our rear doors. And they had people on motorbike or beat bikes, whatever, ready for that. And they sped out of their Idris towards our ship. And what we didn't know was that apparently they were that close to our ship because we didn't see them on radar. But they were ready for those doors to open. So they got into the ship, and at first we thought it was a lucky hit by the Idris we were still battling. Turns out, now we think it was actually when the last ram happened, they got aboard, of course, and they knew of a exploit where on one of the fuse panels, you can, I thought there was more than that, I'm just double checking, you can remove one fuse from the Idris, there's a certain panel, and you lose all power, which happened to us. But we didn't know about that. But I had already called out boarding to them because I knew once that door got blasted, we were getting boarded. Two of our guys took off immediately, heading for the hangar deck with the idea that they would board the one that boarded up, that sent boarders. They'd either kill the attackers in the hangar if they could, or they'd go out to board the other Idris, which was the plan. The rest of us would defend our Idris, of course, against the boarding. What we didn't expect was one of them cheated on their ship. We had one guy that was able to teleport all over our ship, and on a whim, just to burst, kill everybody, even though he got hit by three of our people, 10 feet away with multiple types of weapons, and it didn't even phase him. And then teleport back to his own ship into space just before his own ship and kill the two of us or two of our guys that were EVAing and almost to his ship. Some people, it's just ping or something. Bullshit, this guy was cheating. I'd tell it to him to his face if I knew who he was. He's a fucking cheater. When you can teleport instantly I'm rattling on here on the stream. When you can teleport instantly, you're cheating. So that was the end of that episode. Anyway, those are the weak spots of an Idris. And so, once they're fixed, that ship should be about where it needs to be. Once they speed up the Polaris a little bit and fix it's also easy to open doors, it should also be a formidable capital ship in the game. I'm done with that. Got talking about, I was explaining to people about, there was a discussion in ETF, people whining about how hard it is to kill the Idris and kill the Polaris with their fighters and, blah, blah, blah. And so I had some say in that discussion, and I was explaining to the stream about why the Idris and the Polaris are pretty damn close to where they should be, and explaining some of the exploits people use, which is why we lost our awesome battle.
Right.
We're not the only ones that's happened to, apparently.
Well, it's a viable strategy if that's what the behavior of the hangar doors are going to be. So.
Well, yeah, but the teleport streaming or the teleport cheating and stuff, and being invincible, that's not.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, we're not the only ones where a person came in. Ironically, one of them, apparently he was wearing the same armor, using the same gun.
Oh, really?
Yeah, multi-Idris fight, and this time it was two Idrises that got taken out by one. Yeah, so figure that one out. But they had the guy get on board, and when they got the shields, apparently they had their shields down, and that's how they got boarded. Their doors were fine.
And then the one guy killed everybody on the ship?
Yep. They didn't even know he was on board. Sucks. And I hope Sig catches them. I wish Sig would put a damn button in the game for shit like that. You can press the button if you think somebody's cheating. The game would automatically back up and record the last 20 minutes through until, say, 10 minutes past when you push the button. It would also take all the logs pertinent to your location, who was there at that location, all the players there at that location, their ships and everything else, all their statistics and logs, and dump them into a report file all automatically on the servers that SIG could review as the reports come in like that. Yeah, and then SIG can go through and say, well, nope, this turns out it's a bug. Nope, this turned out to be a huge whatever, and or even intended by, for some reason, whatever, or it's not a report that's worthy of anything, or yep, that's a problem, that person gets a lifetime ban. If they had something like that, this problem would go away, because there are games that have it, and the cheating has dropped like a freaking rock in those games. I like one game. I don't play it, but I like the fact that apparently Rust changed their servers, and now there's a number of servers that are run that are part of a group of servers, but some of the servers in those groups are actually trapped, and they're heavily monitored against cheating by real people. And
cool.
One of the guys in that, he does it, and he posts his videos online. As he's doing it, he'll stream it live and then also post the videos. And he goes in.
Hold on, I gotta go AFK a second.
I get talking, I forget what I'm doing. As my mom used to say, don't talk so damn much. Yeah. Yes, mother. My mother's gone now, but I was a kid then. Although they tell me I need to talk more if I'm going to stream. I don't like talking. I don't have anything to say except I'm actually talking specifics. Anyway, yeah. So this guy, he goes in, does it. He live streams it and posts his videos, and he deals with the servers personally in real time, talking to him and everything as he just fucked up their whole game. I mean, and some of these guys have got like locations and stuff galore, and they lose it all. I mean, just hilarious some of the shit he does to them. And the weird thing, apparently he said there are people that don't get the message and they come back. And it's like, you came back. Huh? You came back. I just banned you the other day and you came back. And he'll call him on it. I like the ones where the gankers, the cheaters, have killed a legit player and taken all of their stuff and whatnot. And mod, he'll not only kill the gankers and take all their stuff, he gives it to the person they killed right there in front of them. That's pretty cool. If I were a mod of a game, I'd do the same thing.
spawn your heart seeker with your guns and let me blow it up and steal the guns off of it?
No.
Come on.
Yeah, I can do that. Let me finish up what I'm doing at the moment. You'll have to come to my... Oh shit, how are we gonna do this? I got my Polaris up here. Oh, I know. You could fly the Polaris out. I'll fly the Heartseeker out. I'll stop right beside you, and we'll go out to space somewhere and do it. And then we'll switch ships. Let's see, where'd I put it?
Can I bring a different ship to carry the guns back? Or?
Probably. Well, no, because we can... Well, bring a ship you can carry the Heartseeker in.
I don't have one spawned that I can carry the Heartseeker in.
Well, move the Heartseeker to the side and spawn one. Or don't you have one that can carry it?
Well, I don't need to bring my Heartseeker.
How are you going to put it on?
What do you mean? I'll bring the guns back to my hangar.
Oh, well then bring it. Okay, bring a ship you can carry the guns in, I guess.
Yeah, I'll just bring my Connie. Since I have it.
Well, you first
spawn it.
Okay, well first you're gonna have to come back here. Actually, come back here. No, you come here. You come here. Now
Where's here?
Let me finish. You come here into my hangar. You'll fly the Polaris out. I'll fly the Heartseeker. We'll swap ships or take the, do whatever. We'll blow it up. You'll blow it up. We'll take the ships. Once you blow it up, we'll take the guns, put them in the Polaris.
Oh, then land, and I can just drop them on the elevator.
Exactly.
And it'll be in. Okay, that's fine. I need to be invited to your party.
Hold on a second. I'm trying to land this puppy without blowing up the ship. Because we had this Polaris. I don't remember what broke, but I had to frickin'... I can't remember what it was, but I had to respawn it. So I'm filling it back up again with our mining and salvage stuff. Alright, power up. And then when you're done, what are you gonna do?
Oh, I was gonna try and get a couple more pilot helmets, face pilot helmets. I've got 7. You need 10 to get one of the whatever Raquello nice components, I guess. We'll see how nice they are.
Went the wrong way.
Again, if I can't choose my component, I'm gonna be greatly disappointed.
I don't think you can.
If it's just fucking RNG, then that's just fucking ridiculous.
Well, from what I understood, the Raquello ships come with military, but they didn't say, I didn't see anybody say...
It's not a ship, it's the component.
Let me finish. I did not see anybody talk about individual components, though, whether they are just a random military or random everything. Okay, I got fuses. Put that in there.
Okay.
So, I don't know.
I'm sure they probably did it the wrong way, right? I mean, it's CIG.
Well, you could go into ETF and ask if anybody happens to know, because usually somebody will answer you right away.
Well, I mean, I'm going to try it anyways. I mean, I only need 3 more helmets, and I can go try it.
Yeah, but you could also just ask. Somebody will probably answer you right away.
Yeah, the answer is great. I mean, I'll know myself soon enough. I'm going to do it anyways, no matter what anybody says, right?
True. So, Glad you figured that out without somebody having to tell you that. We know that about you already. You know that, right?
Can I start ignoring you now?
God, you hate it because I call you on it, don't you? Are you on your way here or
What's
not?
up, guys?
Hey, who is it?
It's Pepsi's friend.
Ah, okay.
M10.
M10.
Gotcha.
Crystal Canes in game.
Gotcha.
M10 tank. I know an M9 Ace.
Nice. Not heard that one before.
Yeah, it's the CB. You know, it's like the bulldozer CB variant for the military. M9. It's an M9 Ace.
Is that the Army's, what is it, like their Abrams tank they took the turret off of and stuck a dozer on?
I don't
No.
believe that's the
No,
M9.
No, that's the mine removal system.
It's a mine removal, but I don't.
No, the other one, the one he's talking about is a big ass cat. One of the biggest ones in the world.
It's a big
monster.
Cat,
it's one of the biggest cats made in the world for bulldozers. Huge.
Getting some use probably on those on those Pacific Islands right now, I'll bet.
When you get here, just let me know so I can open the doors.
If you don't give me a party invite, it will not happen.
Well, gee, you want everything, man. Shield. You want an invite, M10?
Yeah, why not? Not really doing anything tonight, anyways.
What were you under again?
It's Crystal Canes. I don't think we added each other.
Yeah, we did, because we are. Because you were in the party the first night.
Yeah.
Give me a second here.
On my way to your game.
Let's see. I need to. No, not that one. I need to go.
Alright, what are we doing?
Nothing at the moment. Just a second.
No. We are trying to get my Heartseeker turret guns fixed. Because the stupid game disappears my guns the first time the ship gets claimed. And the only fix I've been able to get work for me is to take guns off of somebody else's wrecked ship, and then take those guns, store them, and put them on my Heartseeker. And then after that, it seems to be fine.
Which Heartseeker?
The big Gatlin turret, size 5 turret one.
Oh, the Mark II, not the Mark I. Got it.
Correct.
I have to ask, because I have a Mark I Heartseeker. I don't have a Gatling gun, I've got a cannon.
Yeah, this gives you the dual size 5 cannons.
It's just the standard, what was it, the F7C one, right?
No, I don't believe so. It's specific for the Mark II Super.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. No, I'm saying it's the standard turret from the Mark II F7C, right?
No.
It's a Heartseeker.
It's a unique turret that came with last year's Heartseeker sale. It's first and only time I've ever seen it offered.
Yeah, but it is different than the standard F7CM Super Hornet Mark II, right?
Correct.
That's all I'm asking.
Correct.
Okay.
That turret is a dual size 3 with 16 size 1 or 2 missiles.
Size 2 is
whatever, or 8. I don't know. It's whatever. It's got a bunch of missiles on it too.
I think it's 8 size 2s.
8 size 2.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
I don't know. I don't ever fly my Mark II. I only fly my Mark 1s.
I turned my Mark 1s into bombers.
I was thinking about that.
I've got an F7A Mark 1.
Yeah.
And
that's why because remember we were talking about what are we going to do? Yeah, that's what we were talking about. What are we going to do with them? Well, now there's a solution. Bombing racks. They'll be perfect for that role.
Right, because of the size 4 wing guns.
Yep. By the way, before we get playing on everything, did you review that information I sent you before in your PM?
No, you DM'd me.
Yeah, that's pretty important about that military stuff and the updates. That way, because I don't want to talk about it on the stream.
Well, China can suck it. All right, got it.
That's true too. That's why they're going out and now asking Trump, please don't build it.
Oh yeah, please don't build the fucking Golden Dome. Okay.
Which is hilarious.
It's like with Star Wars, Reagan and Star Wars for fucking Russia. It's like,
all right, what are you doing? You got to go fly it out.
Oh, never mind.
I'm sitting here watching you run back and forth. You're doing a me. What we were just talking about is the Golden Dome thing that Trump's doing.
Yeah, I've seen it for a while. Real good person to watch explain a habitual line crosser.
If you like his form of comedy.
Well, he's also an expert in the field. Like, he is an air defender.
Who are you talking about?
Yeah,
and
he's
currently teaches at the actual air defender school.
Who are you talking about?
Does a YouTube show. Remember that guy I shared you that one where he does the eyes and mouth on static photos of aircraft or boats or maps.
Oh yeah,
Countries
he's a lot more known for that, but he does actual actual informational videos as well.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
His informational videos are pretty on point.
You'll have to send me a link. I don't remember that one, Piga. You sure you sent that to me?
That was a while ago. It was a long time ago.
Yeah, send it to me again. I'll take a look.
Maybe 2 years at least.
Yeah,
I think.
send it to me.
The only thing is, and he does admit that he doesn't know it too well, the AIM-9, not the AIM-9, the AIM-7 Sea Sparrow, the Navy's air-to-air, he does not know it too well, and he got a few things that he misquoted about it.
Like what?
He's an Army guy, so not the unclassified speeds.
Oh.
Which, if to anybody that actually knows actual air defense, it's not about the speed. They're not chasing down their targets, they're meeting them.
You need, never mind.
Yeah, when I first went in, the Sparrow was a piece of shit. When I first went in, Sea Sparrow.
Oh, okay. Ship just disappeared.
What the fuck? Oh, that's right. You got to be up in the air before I do the call up. Damn it.
Well, we can take a different ship. Just call up your Hornet.
Yeah, but I got to. Oh yeah, you got a second seat. Or do you?
Well, I need a ship to haul the guns back. I'll just go pull my commie. You pull your ship. I'll meet you. We'll blow it up, pull the guns, and I'll fly you back.
Actually, why don't you just pull your Super Hornet? We'll put the guns on it while we're out there.
Sure. If that works. I don't know that that works.
It'll work.
It does. That's how I swapped the gun on the Idris.
Yeah, that'll work. Mark 1, Mark 2.
Yeah, we'll try it.
Yeah, that one I do know works. They gotta fix this freaking hangar ship.
brought me down to 56% health.
Do that on the other machine. I'm gonna see what my weather's gonna be, if I'll be playing tomorrow or tomorrow night. Because I've been gone.
God, it's been raining.
Yeah, well, I've been
raining here for days.
Well, having to deal with my injuries the last 3 days is not fun. At least I feel better. Yeah, no, yeah. Tomorrow's gonna be cloudy and 71. Friday it's gonna be sunshine and 80. Great. Saturday and Sunday beautiful. Holy shit. Monday 88? Fuck. That's hot for us.
Yeah.
Afraid you.
Where are you at?
I'm in Florida.
I'm in Wisconsin. God damn it.
Actually, I honestly don't think Monday's gonna be all that hot for down here.
Yeah, 88 is like our August weather.
Let's see. Oh. Yeah, you guys are gonna be hotter than us.
Yeah, usually we have the 88s and higher with about a week or two of humidity, and that's it. Normally it's 75 to 80, no humidity. Which is why.
Although if we're trading weather, because I'll take your 88, and you can take my 84, but you also get the thunderstorms that's coming with it.
Oh, we have thunderstorms. We have tornadoes.
Yeah.
We get all that shit. We just had.
Yeah, we're starting hurricane season.
Florida gets some serious ones on that.
I was gonna say,
holy shit.
This is the start of hurricane season for us. So.
Yeah. Yep. I'd rather
you don't want these ones.
I'd rather go through a hurricane again than I would a tornado.
All right.
If I had to go through.
We're just going up into spice.
Yep. Yeah. If I had a choice, I'd go through a hurricane again versus a tornado. I'll even do it on a ship.
Well, I mean,
Komodachi was not that bad, and I was on the BHR for the hurricane that passed through there. That was. If you're on a big deck, it's not that big of a deal.
Unless you hit a water spout.
Well, yeah, okay, hurricane plus fucking water tornado. Yeah, of course it's gonna suck.
Yeah, it's gonna rip the ship to shards.
Oh, no.
It'll rip the whole outside of the ship to shards, because that's what happened to ours. Got missile destroyer, mass gone, one gun gone, every lifeboat and everything else just ripped right off the damn ship. We had no warning.
Oh.
The thing even ripped open our sonar.
I was never on a small deck, so I never saw anything like that. We had a water spout hit the BHR. That ship was held together by fucking spite and old age, and it's not aircraft carrier, but it's the second largest class ship the Navy has, so it did not do a goddamn thing.
The only reason we got hit was we couldn't see it coming because we were shadowing men in the water. Another ship, British ship actually, had taken some damage and was sinking. So we couldn't move. We took the brunt of it to shelter that ship and men in the water. But when it was over with, we had no sonar, we had no radar, we had everything scoured right off the damn ship. The only thing that did survive, and because that's part of the ship, was the hangar bay. And that's on a guided missile destroyer.
On those things, that's part of the superstructure, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, so that's not.
Well, originally they were made of aluminum. So.
Yep. A lot of them still are.
Not today, they're not.
on a DD that's older than, I think it's 2005, it's still aluminum.
Nope. Nope, they're not. They are.
They might have been originally, but
Well, they use an alloy
They
that is
didn't
aluminum.
exchange those out.
They use
Yeah, he used a bimetallic alloy to do the welding.
and then no, I mean the actual
are we
superstructure.
getting out of here? Are you flying somewhere?
Yeah, I'm waiting for you.
I'm right here,
Where?
right next to you. I'm
Oh,
ordering.
are we out of gravity?
No, we
Okay.
are not out of orbit. We
All
are
right.
not in orbit.
Let's
Let's just jump somewhere real quick.
Let me jump first. Um,
Okay.
and I'll jump to somewhere between Yella, and then I'll jump to the Emporium and stop the jump, and then you can jump right to me.
Okay.
Ah. And then I hit the SEM button. Dumbass. No, when I meant aluminum alloy, I mean the actual metal is an aluminum alloy. And there's other properties to it, but I'm streaming. I can't just say any of that shit.
Yeah, I mean, they still use them. Like all the LHD classes, if you see if you look up the pictures of LHD-6, my ship, the one that burnt up in San Diego, you can see how the superstructure melted.
Yeah.
Because it was all, it's the bimetallic, which means just a two metal alloy that they use to make it.
Yeah, I'm more referring to. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, this hangar base.
Where in the hell is that? No, I'm not talking about the hangar base. I'm talking about the entire superstructure. Where the hell did it go? Damn it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know about small ships. I know for carriers and carriers and helicopter carriers, they're still made and attached together by a bimetallic because it offsets the ship too much in heavy rain. So if we get too bad of waves, so 30-degree tilt, it'll make the superstructure fall off.
Yeah.
Actually designed to break off to keep the ship flat and level. But a ship that big getting a 30-degree tilt is you got other problems than the superstructure falling off at that point.
Are you jumping? Can I jump to you?
Yeah, jump to me.
It's worth it out. Okay. I don't have my persistent hanger here.
Where's here?
Orson, which is my home station.
Spawn. Ship.
Yeah, I'm pulling out my address. Just weird. I normally only pull out the. I prefer to pull ships out inside the hangar, just because they tend to fuck up less.
Yeah, the address though should spawn in your extra large hangar now.
Yeah.
The only bitch is if the elevator breaks with the Idris, unless you got another Idris, you have to log out and wait for 45 minutes to an hour. But I mean, log out everything. You have to log out.
What I found is just swapping server regions so you get a different server, and it fixes it.
Yeah, but I'm talking about 6 months of SIG working to fix my account. And what we found and what they've come up with to resolve these server issues with personal hangers. I'm the person that's had the 6-month broken account. And it's not the first time in Advocati that's happened. My account seems to be the target account. So SIG will actually come in to my account, like as if they were playing my account, and try to figure out what the hell's going on.
Malachi?
Yeah.
Are you going to self-destruct and eject?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I'm backed off.
was just waiting for you to tell me to go.
Yep, go.
I suppose you're gonna steal my attritions and shit too now, aren't you?
Don't need them. I've got my own.
Okay. Could take the missiles.
I don't have nowhere to put them.
What the hell? Alright, does this eject button work?
Yeah, it's weird. You got to be kind of off your crotch left,
Okay.
upper left,
okay.
off of it.
Here we go.
Self-destruct protocol accepted.
Bye-bye!
Alright. I saw you eject.
And
cheated.
boom!
Okay, cool.
Shit. This didn't fly apart in pieces. What the hell?
Well, that's good.
And now you're gonna leave me stranded, right? I don't see
Well,
you. I don't. Oh, there you are.
the thing EVA to me.
500 meters away. I should have kept going.
Well,
I should have kept going at terminal velocity.
right. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, normally for space, you'd eject, fire you out a certain distance, and then retro rockets would fire. Or the canopy would open based on if you were in atmo, which is current real design too. But yeah, anyway, if you get stuck in that, and you can't free it up, the only option to fix it is you have to log out of your account, your launcher, and the website. And then you wait for 45 minutes to an hour, and the repair code that they designed was how I was able to start playing again, will kick in and fix. That's one of the problems it will fix. Now they still have a bunch of other hanger problems for accounts that haven't been fixed yet, but that was one of them that was fixed. By the time 5 months had gone by.
I don't know. I get the hanger issue. All I do is just swap servers.
Well, that's
100% time it seems to work. So.
Well, if you
Yeah,
can get it.
his is mostly due to, I think, his size of his. He's just got too much shit in his account.
Yep. That's what we all think it is, anyway. But.
Okay. The guns are just red.
Well, you're holding one.
Yeah, I know I'm holding one, but
because
the silhouette.
you turn it.
Did you unlock it first?
No,
Yeah,
the ship's blown up.
Well, you don't get you don't even get the silhouette if you don't unlock it. But,
yeah. It just means you're not. Yeah,
I'm rotating it. I've rotated it all around.
Okay, let me try.
Okay. Wait a minute. Try that one. I'm gonna grab another one.
Would be nice if we had some way of doing this that made sense. How in the hell do you get it to?
If not, maybe we reattach it to yours. Oh, now they're red on yours. You know, I remembered this last time. Remember, we couldn't get them to attach. I had to take them back, put them in the elevator, and use the VL, the ship.
What the fuck?
Well,
this is the other ship.
What I'm saying is, did you unlock your ship's hard points?
Well, of course. Again, I already stated that you wouldn't even get the silhouette if you don't unlock your ship. But
and I'm so sick and tired of this freaking inner thought.
I remember
bullshit.
doing this last time, remember? And we tried, and we could never get them to. The only thing was we hauled them back. I dropped them in the elevator, and I used the VL.
The problem I'm noticing is we can't rotate these things, and that's what's going on.
Well, I can rotate mine.
How?
Look at it rotate.
How are you doing the rotation?
You got to be perpendicular to it, and then you'll rotate in that axis that you want to rotate.
Yeah, but see, to me it rotates in a wobble. It's not a clean.
He would still.
It's not a clean rotation. That's the problem I had before, and I had to be exact, and I mean literally exact, to get them on. So it wants that blade up. But the question is, there we go.
I mean, you got it?
I had it. Damn it. Son of a... problem is the controls for the tractor beam suck. Oh shit. I mean, I don't understand why they did not realize that objects should not move unless you hold down the R key. I mean,
Do you want to hang out here?
Yeah, I can. I'll have to bring another. You'll bring another ship back.
Yeah, I'll bring. And I can't even get these back on your ship.
Nope.
Same problem.
Yep. I got it.
Wait, did you grab that?
Yeah, moving it out of the way. Yeah, bring another ship. Pull the missiles up. No, wait, it doesn't have missiles. Oh wait, does it? I can't remember. Does Mark
I'm
II
just gonna
have
bring my Connie.
Mark II has
I'll
missiles,
say, if you
right?
guys wait a minute, I'm bringing Hercules.
That's alright. I'm good. Connie will be fine.
Yeah, Vigo likes to fly his own. You'll learn that. Well, shit, since we're taking those, I'm taking these. And I'll be able to repro again to just make sure that what I found is valid. Because I think what I found is I think this is an exploit that I found. This will pretty much
Yeah,
verify.
I agree. I think that is an exploit.
Yep.
Um,
Whoop.
I know
That's
it
not
was.
what I want. You piece of shit.
I should have remembered that and just yanked the whole turret out and not just the fucking gunner.
Yep, I think that's part of the problem.
Well, that's what we did. Same thing last time.
Yep. And then once the turret was out, we were able to put the guns on. Aren't we? I think that's what we did. We pulled the turret out.
Yeah, but we did that in the hangar,
Yep.
right?
But there's no reason it wouldn't work in space, I'm thinking.
Do you want me to come back and try it?
We could try. Let's give it a try
All
before
right,
you
I'll
go all the
come
way
back.
back. If it does work, well, then I ain't gonna get my guns back. Damn it! To repro the bug.
Make a choice. I'm
Yeah,
here.
just come
I can
come
turn
back.
around and.
Come back. Because it doesn't make any sense not to try it that's if that's the case. I don't think I can track my blowed up ship either, can I? Damn.
No. You cannot track a blowed up ship.
If this game were live, leave all this debris sitting here, and someday somebody just innocently comes warping through and dies because they ran into
Flies
all the
into it
garbage.
and blows up. Yeah.
Yep.
I have collided with a wrecked ship before.
Yep. Yeah,
Not
it's
seeing
gonna.
just cruising and just bam. You're like, what the hell was that?
Well, what
Ship.
SIG needs to do is set it up so that if a ship quantums through debris, it's annihilated. Because they'll have the location of any debris or anything else. So if something goes through it in quantum, annihilate it. It's gone forever. Whether it's ship or weapon or pieces and parts. That's how you clean that up. Are you there yet?
I'm here.
I know you are. I was just being facetious. Unlock and I'll pull the turret myself. That way you don't have to get in and out. Send the fighter out of here. Whoa! Good thing you were paying attention because I flung that thing in front of you.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't realize you were going to do a
It's got a
flyby.
marker. Oddly enough, it does have a marker.
Does it? I wonder.
Yeah.
Let's see if it's in my Moby.
Yeah, it's got a marker.
Super Hornet Mark II. It does.
It's soft death. I thought it would be hard death.
I do too. It's not. Interesting. I'm going to come back and get my guns in.
Can you jump to it though? I don't think you can jump to it. Didn't we try that?
Yeah, but I used 2 nav points to get to this spot, so I know where it is.
Oh, that's why I'm having. God damn it!
What are you doing? He's trying to do my flyby. My signature is I always do flybys.
No, I'm not. It was in whatever. Not in
nav. You were in nav.
coordinated
You were in
flight.
nav.
It's
yeah.
in.
Got
No,
decoupled.
not nav. I have it in.
Oh, and decoupled.
Decoupled. Yeah. I'm like, why the hell am I drifting so much?
The only bummer is you weren't close enough, so I couldn't hear your engines. Now I do, though. Oh, I don't hear your engines. I hear the whine of your, I guess, electronics. Your EW.
I'll
All
get
right.
your orientation.
All right. Hold on. Hold still while I cut your hair. Come on, turret. Come out of there. Damn it. Wee, wee, wee. Get out of there. I got a green. Just get the hell out of his ship. Let's try it from another angle. I don't see the arrow yet. Which way is? Come on.
You want to grab it and I'll thrust
I got it.
down?
I got it. I got it. All right. Hold on. Come here. Don't fly away. Stay right here. All right. Well, let's see.
Go on the other side.
I know.
Other side.
Just let me get things set the way I want them.
There you go. Tate road.
Oops. I didn't want to hit it. Damn it. Ah. See, here's where that depth perception issue comes in. Especially with something that's got little tolerance for.
Beyond it. You're past it. You need to pull back a little bit.
That's what I mean, depth perception. Let me go above it. Damn it, come on. Tether braking. Oh, I'm past it again. Shit. Alright, do it this way. I know what I can do. What the hell? That's odd. Look at the turret slots. Oh, you fucking piece of shit. Got it red again.
Hold it.
No, I got it red again.
Yeah.
I guess this is not going to work in space.
I don't think it worked in the ground either.
I thought it did.
I remember it just not working, and we gave up, and I just loaded them in the thing. And...
Yeah. All right. Well, head out and go get the ship. Cause it ain't. Whoa. Go get the other ship. But yeah, I can't figure out what it is in SIG's graphics. What are you doing?
I'm just gonna try it once now that I reconnected it.
Oh. I can't figure out. There's something wrong with SIG's graphics. And there's no depth perception. Don't have the problem in any other game but this one. And I don't know if it's shadowing, but there's something wrong with depth perception in this game. See, you're above it. You're too high.
Doesn't matter. I've got the silhouette.
And my light is not casting a shadow of your gun. I think that's one of the big problems is the shadow casting. They don't have it, or they don't have it right for whatever reason.
All right. Do you need to get in my ship to get your O2 up or anything before I leave?
I don't know because my helmet's on, but showing nothing. Let me check. Health, hydration, drug level, radiation, health. Where the hell's O2? Oh, atmosphere. It just says danger. What the fuck? Oh, there it is. Oxygen 100%.
Okay.
Which means that's broken too.
Okay.
That means that's broken too then.
Probably. All right, back again.
You know, that might be broken though because they're implementing engineering changes. So they're now, with engineering changes comes decompression. And since it's all tied together, it might not work in our suits for the moment for that reason.
Maybe.
But the only thing I can think of that makes sense. And when you think about the fact they've made a whole bunch of engineering changes already that they didn't tell anybody about. And for those watching or listening,
they didn't yank it because they're supposed to yank it all out, but they clearly didn't yank it all out.
Yep.
Somebody missed some shit.
I don't know if I don't know if they were supposed to yank it out. I think it's in and they've not disclosed it because it's not actually ready.
Well, they were trying to get it in, was it 4.1, and then they couldn't. They had it in, they tried to test it, and then it wasn't fucking working.
This is too specific, especially when it comes to fuse boxes. I mean, that's tied way into everything already, and I think they just left it and didn't worry about any. They figured people would figure it out on their own.
One of the big things that I wish would have been put out is, fun fact, if your fuses dies, you can't pull it out of the box, right?
You can once you put a new one in.
Yeah.
Well,
no, you cannot pull out a blown fuse.
No. Oh, I thought you said
you cannot. You cannot interact with them.
You can't. The only thing you can do, you can actually do one thing. You can hit them with repair from a salvage gun, and you can repair them to functional, and that'll let you pull them out.
I didn't know that. That's good to know.
But I didn't know that. We had to change out because the C2 hit my Idris and knocked out. It killed everybody inside, all the ships inside, and blew every single fuse, but the ship was fine.
Pigel, I thought you said when you did that, you were able to manipulate.
I didn't try and repair.
No.
I was able to put a new fuse in the spare spot.
But you couldn't pull the other one out.
Yeah, I couldn't pull the bad one out.
Okay, well now we know we can repair it, so.
Yeah, now we know repair it. That's good news.
That makes
awesome.
Well, that makes more sense too because that means they did not physicalize the broken fuses basically. So once you repair it, then it becomes physicalized again.
The industrial person that was helping me fix the ship was able to tractor beam a few of them, but only with the max lift because the actual tractor beam point for the broken fuses is on the front. It's inside of it. So you have to shove the max lift into it to get it, and then you're able to pull it out.
Yeah. But that's not something they would worry about because this is just temporary until the whole system's in.
Yeah, it's not even supposed to be active
I think they just forgot to yank it in the code. That specific little part slipped past.
I don't think so because I don't agree. And the reason is because all ships going through their gold pass for the power systems, it would basically break all that work. So I think this was done at a minimal level, so it didn't break every ship once they started adding the components and shit at gold level. That's what I think is going on. Because remember, they said they had started adding power lines and all that kind of shit. You know,
Yeah.
the power runs and all that. Um, Heat sinks, stuff like that. I bet that's what they had to do. They had to leave those in, or they'd have to build new models for replacing those. I think they put them in, they hid them until recently, and now they're unhiding them and getting ready for engineering.
On both the Polaris and the Idris, if you go into the hallways, and you know how they both have the circular structure,
Yep.
you can pull a relay out on one, and the whole ship will still function fine. As soon as you have it on both sides out, it takes everything offline because
Right.
it's still the line is still ran correctly and everything. The terminal doesn't tell you where the flaws are and where
Right.
the problems are. And
That we are that one we are as a org we're very familiar with.
and then
And on this,
what
there's
was
actually
it?
a panel where you can pull one fuse and it's done.
It's yeah. Well, there's a couple of single fuse ones on the Idris. We've learned to carry 21 extra fuses. 21 extra fuses for the Idris.
Mm-hmm.
Because
We've learned.
here in that mode,
We've
those
learned when.
C1 bombs will smoke everything.
Well, we learned to put people in the hangar bay.
Yeah. Put people in the hangar bay.
Put people in the hangar bay.
Yep.
Yeah.
The battle, we had an awesome battle. We just about took out two Idris and a Polaris. The final Idris was down to its last legs when the Idris that we destroyed both its turret and its railgun rammed us from behind and sent its crew was already out on motorbike or
They
hover
were out on
bikes.
motorbikes.
And the moment they rammed us and the doors opened, they scooted inside. Um, I'd already called for boarding, but we didn't realize that they were already in the ship. And the sad part is they had a guy that could teleport all over the ship and was invincible. And then he even teleported out into space and killed Pigil and was it Illy that went out there too? He said.
No, he didn't get. I got killed by the ship. I was
Yeah.
EVA to the other Idris.
Yeah, was it Illy though
And
that
then
said
my
he?
mistake was I opened fire on a guy. If you know what I mean, while he was getting in the ship.
Yeah, I think it was. I
should have just boarded the ship. You know.
Yep.
But anyways, then the Idris pilot, yawed the ship and hit me with the frickin' hangar doors and killed me.
I think it was, if I remember right, it was Ilinar. It was either Ilinar or Venturis, one of the two.
It was the other. There was somebody else that got EVA too, but they got whacked.
Yep.
By somebody.
But anyway, this guy was apparently he's done it to other groups, so now we know without a doubt the guy's cheating. Did the same thing. You could teleport on a whim. You could shoot him with 100 rounds of ammo, 3 different guns, 3 different players shooting him at short distance.
And then he just kills you in a burst.
Yep.
A half second, you're just on the ground. You're just dead. Boom.
Yep.
Just that fast. You're dead.
Yep. Then he teleports someplace else. So that was the only bummer because we did a hell of a job in that battle.
That was a good ship battle. That was a very long ship battle.
Well, shit, we took out one, all his main guns, and we took out the other one almost completely, but because of the ram, they got in and freaking pulled that fuse. What we're thinking.
We think they must have pulled because everything died almost at once. Just boom.
Yep.
We lost power on everything.
Yep.
We think they went in and basically pulled fuses on us.
Yeah, at first, before we knew about that little trick, we thought they hit us with a railgun and the power component. But then we learned from others, no, they've got a fuse they can pull.
You've got the fuse that's at the very bottom, which will knock out Quantum. And then you've got the fuse in the control room and the pilot ready room, which those two relays will knock out the entire ship.
Yeah, whichever one they pulled.
It's only 3 fuses to take you out.
Yeah, it was whichever one it was everything all at once, everything. And I'm like, what the hell? And then I'm looking, oh shit, boarding. Boarding.
Yeah, because you saw, the
Yep,
hangar bay was open.
yep, boarding. And Illy had gotten down to the hangar bay, but he was too late. They were already near the bridge.
Well, they had already pulled the fuses. They'd been in us.
Yeah.
The second the hangar bay,
Yep.
that hangar door was popped.
Yep.
They were in.
Yep. And then the guy
They
just,
were in.
who was it that was at the door?
Because Illy was like, "There's Furies down here." Remember, he says, "There's Furies."
I think it was Ventura said he opened that door. Oh no, that was you. You said you opened a door and the guy
I
jumped.
opened. Well, I was coming up the stairway to the bridge.
Yeah. And you
Had my
opened the
gun
door.
up, shotgun up. Door opens. The guy's there. I blast him again. He jumps over me, spins in the air, zaps me for less than like a half second, and I was down.
Yep.
And then he just gone. He was just kept moving. Boop.
And
He was out of there.
in testing, um, you can jump off of something and twist in the air, but you don't have. You're not going to go past the person you're trying to jump over. Because I did.
Well, it's that hallway's elevated, right?
I tried it. I tried it
You know what I
myself.
mean?
I tried it myself.
Did you try it?
Yep. You can't do it.
Yeah, it was an amazing move.
He would have to. He would have. You can do it if the door is already open. The door closed. You don't have. There's no way you can
No,
open
the
the door.
door. He was coming through the door.
Yep.
And the door opened. Yeah.
So you can't do it. I've already tested that one out. And that was to me the final confirmation. You cannot run and open a door and jump over somebody's head, twist in the air, and shoot them like that. It just.
Oh, you can, because he did it.
No, I mean, well, yeah, but he was cheating to do it. We know that now.
He was something. He was fucking better than me. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, well, cheat do that.
Two shotguns to the fucking face usually drops a guy.
Yep.
Resoundingly.
Was he in heavy?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in heavy, but it don't matter. You take two
take
shotguns at that range.
with a BR2, two shots to the head, you're done.
You,
you're dead. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
BR2,
he hit him,
to the
and
face.
Pete hit him in the head. I hit him in the head, and Ilinar hit him in the back. And the guy stood there. Ilinar said 40 rounds. The guy stood there, turned around and looked at him, raised his weapon, pulled the trigger, and he was dead. So yeah, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about
it. When they give you that nice casual attitude, like,
yep,
nice try.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
oh, look at you. It's so cute when they try.
Yeah.
That kind of. It's like, okay.
Yep. Exactly right. And like I said, another group reported a guy in identical armor, same weapon, doing the same thing. So, you take the multiple reports now. This person, hopefully, SIG both fixes the issue, but also figures out who that person was from the reports, and they go, bye bye, you're banned for life. That's what I hope. And we know they ban them. That we do know. I love it when people even in ETF think they can't get banned and get banned.
Yeah, you can definitely get banned.
Yep.
All right, let's see here.
Apparently, some of them have been during the ETF test last week. There was some that were PvPing, which is a cardinal rule in the ETF. No PvP. Kind of hard to test when you got morons playing dirty.
I mean, if you work with somebody and you do consensual testing of something, PvP, that's fine.
Right.
What's a mechanical
They used
test?
to
Not
they
actually
used
a
to
fight.
ban that. You couldn't even consensually shoot each other.
Yeah, for the first few years, no consensual even. And
yeah.
part of it was because some of us, we'd spend hours tracking a bug, and somebody would come up and kill us, and finally SIG's like, enough of this shit. Yeah. I mean, it happened to me a few times, and as vocal as I am. I think the last straw for me was that I spent 4.5 hours reproing a bug, and Sig knew I was reproing the bug, and I got killed for even after I told the person that I saw coming. I said, "Hey, just so you know, I'm reproing this bug." They didn't give a shit. They killed me. Bye bye. You on your way back?
Yeah, I'm on my way back. I'm 20 out from you.
All right, I'll be by the weapons, not the ship.
Gotcha.
Just open your hangar bay. I'll throw them in, and we'll get out of here.
Roger, roger.
They did a good job replacing the thrusters in this suit. These new thrusters they put on the suits, they actually look real. Just burst puffs and stuff like that when you use them. They actually look pretty sharp. I gotta admit. What I want to know is, are they going to have use that tech for suit damage?
Call the ball.
Call the ball. Are they going to use it for suit damage though? I see no balls. I hear balls.
I'll step on my
Oh, there you are. You were down below me. All right, stay there. Up, up, up. All right, stop, stop. Ball one. And it's a... Oops, that's the wrong elevator. Here I am. Why are you moving backwards? Come forward just a tad. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Stop for a second.
Here, I'll raise the personnel elevator for you.
Yeah, because I almost placed the guns on that first. I'm like, that's kind of small. That's better. You know, someday, SIG's going to give us floodlights and work lights and cargo bay lights and, you know, stuff that even my pickup truck in real life has.
Lights would be great.
Landing lights.
That project downward.
Yep.
Because, you know, I don't land like a fucking 737, okay?
Yep.
I land generally vertically down.
Well, what they should do is on the landing gear, if you're going to land on the ground, they project out, just like an airliner or any other aircraft. Even the smallest Cessna has landing lights, you know? I don't know if that's...
That's whoever's hacking along.
Whoever.
Oh, that's me.
Who's what?
My fucking in-game voice kicked on again.
I didn't hear it.
Are those locking on the grid?
Yeah, I'm making sure they lock. Because, you know, I know how frustrating it is when they don't. Come on.
Well, like I had hauled, I don't know, I had 20 some torps in the, you know what I mean, in the Phoenix here.
Yeah.
I think I got back with, what did I say, 17?
Yeah, something like that.
Made it.
Oh, this fucking thing.
It fell out the back.
Yeah, I know. You can't see, like I said, depth perception is a problem with this game.
Yeah, I can't turn on lights in there either, which is just fucking stupid.
I know.
Why aren't there lights in
We
there?
can't control our own lighting in the ships. We can't do shit. But again, my guess is...
They don't even have lights in the hangar bay. That whole hangar bay is, there's not a light fucking in it.
Yeah, there is. Each side has
There
4
is?
of them. Yeah. Look at the stream.
Oh, all those aren't.
But you can't turn them off. You can't change them. You can't.
Yeah, I mean, you might as well have fucking it be a nightlight in a 5-year-old's room.
Right. And they need to be able to be manipulated. Turn them on, turn them off. There we go. Finally got a hot spot. Is that the last one? Nope, one more.
I don't know. You're collecting everything here, aren't you?
Well, of course I am. That's what I do. At least when this shit goes live for real, I'll be ready for it. I'll know what to expect. What's worth grabbing and what's not.
hope there's more worth grabbing when it's live than it is now.
Who knows? All right, pull me up.
Let's go to the front left of the cargo
I
bay.
know you were gonna make me do that, but I gotta step on the weapons, which means I won't be inside the
Fine.
thing.
Hold on. There we go.
There, that worked. Where's the damn ladder? Oh, that's right. This has got the elevator. I keep forgetting you use the.
It's got the elevator in the back.
Yeah, you keep using the Phoenix.
I.
Damn rich
I'm
people
sorry.
and their
It
luxury
is.
ships.
It is. That freaking PDC
Damn rich people and their ships.
is
Yep.
very handy.
Damn rich people and their ships. They just use luxury ships like they're, you know, a Toyota, or not a Toyota,
If I could gut it
a
and
Pinto.
make it useful storage, I would in a heartbeat.
You
I'd be
just
in there pitching out fucking chairs and couches.
you're just one of those whales,
I
like the
might leave.
finer
I
things in
might
life.
leave the bar. The bar has an endearing, I
Ah,
have a soft spot for bars.
you're just a whale, admit it. Luxury,
I bought this in game,
huh?
bitch.
What?
This is an in-game purchase ship,
Uh huh.
not like yours.
Who? Me?
Who, me, Gaijin? Yeah, you.
Ah.
Where that? Oh.
Hey,
Never
my
mind.
account only has one ship.
Okay, where the fuck am I?
My account only has one ship. So there.
Yeah, look, your wife's account has more than one ship.
Oh, my wife's account has, I think she bought 4 or 5 actually when she was playing. That'll be mine since she doesn't play anymore. Gave up on it. But my own
Can't blame you.
account only has one ship. So there.
Uh-huh. Whatever.
Well, it's true.
Sure.
Of course, I do have access to the account, the org account. But we won't talk about that.
Am I?
I mean, I know some of the other legatas that they plan on playing with their every ship from day one. Which I could do the same thing,
Yeah, I
but
have no desire to fucking zero to hero it. I'm like, yeah, fuck that. I'm gonna
yeah,
play with whatever I got.
yep. And that's why there are a lot of us though that do have our zero account, and that's why I've never used it because I don't want anything changed in it. I want it just from the day I bought the thing. No subscriptions, no nothing, and nobody knows the name of it either. Not even you. I'm sure eventually you'll get it, but you know. The only thing I will say is I'm not a bad guy. I don't like
Mhm.
I'm a lawful player.
You know my answer.
Yep.
I don't give a fucking rat's ass.
I don't know, you'll go out and just kill everything.
You do you, boo.
Yep. Why are there 2 air tanks in here? Looking things. These look like the
Did I
freaking
tell you I really like my new gun?
yeah. I think that's a 1,332nd time.
Okay.
Have you noticed you got dual air tanks back here? A little motor on top.
Uh-huh.
What are they
I
for?
guess. They've been there a long time. They don't
Yeah.
do shit.
They don't do shit. What are they for?
I,
Blowing up blowing up your play up dolls maybe?
what is this? This is the Mark IV, right? Connie Mark IV?
Shit, I don't know. I don't even think it's that far, is it? I think it's probably Mark
Yeah,
III.
it's Mark. No,
Well, no, maybe it is because it does have fuse boxes. So, did they fix the hole in the
no,
back?
but it's been Mark IV for a hell of a long time.
Well, they fixed the hole under the bed.
It's not like they changed it when they added the PDC either. They didn't change
Oh wait, they didn't fix the hole under the bed. Ha ha ha.
No, oh God, that's been there forever.
Wow. That's fucked up. Well, once they add oxygen, it all goes. They'll fix it.
Right, the leaks. It's just all gonna leak out.
Yeah, they're gonna have to, because that's a big hole. If you climb under the bunk, you'll fall right out.
Well, those are supposed to be ejection pods as well, right?
Right, but apparently the doors don't work, aren't there? I wonder what they're gonna call that. The platinum rework, or will that be the diamond rework?
Did the doors close?
Oh, are we? Whose hangar are we in? Yours?
Oh, you maybe.
That's what happens when you're talking and not flying. I know from I know from first-hand experience. Let me out!
It's so squishy. I must have turned down my
Oh, that sucks.
thruster power, you know?
Oh, wait a second. Maybe they are all here. Yep, they are. First, I thought we lost a weapon, but it's here. Right there's good. Right there's good. Whoa! Right there's good. I'll throw mine in. Get them out of here first. Oh shit! This ain't gonna work.
Yeah, I'll just let me store them. Then I can raise them for you later.
All right. Actually, yeah, that's actually a good idea because it's a continuation of the exploit test. If you store them,
should we ban the party before I store them, just in case?
yeah.
I'll do.
Actually, yeah. Let's let you move them too then. I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here. Hold on.
Oh yeah.
Once I'm out, disband. I'll let you know. Here, hold on. You probably want to pick up the ones I put on the elevator too.
Yeah, I'm moving them out.
Exploit number 5,672. Confirm.
Of course, I don't know these Arter 3s. I don't think you're gonna get those back. I don't know.
Well, they probably will. Because every other component I've tried has the exploit has worked.
No. I meant I'm not gonna give them.
Oh yeah. I'll whine and cry. I'll whine and cry.
All right, are you? You whine and cry.
Yeah.
Are you out yet?
Yeah, I'm out. Damn it! What's the matter with you?
All right.
Yeah. All right. Let me get my hanger, and then you can come over and we'll finish that out before we take off and go do something. Crystal canes? I don't want to go there. I want mine. Damn freaking elevator system. Really? What the hell? Okay, that's fucked up.
Welcome to ASOC Vehicle Retrieval System.
Stored. It's gotta be that one.
Vehicles, please
I
visit.
guess I'll find out when I get there. Someday I'm gonna be able to know which ship is which ship on the list. Someday. You notice how nobody uses the word soon anymore?
PM trademark.
Yeah, but have you noticed SIG doesn't use the word anymore?
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Well, you know how they like their work.
Thank God, they all showed up on the lift. Yay.
Cool. Alright, I'm here.
Alright, dropping them all now.
You gonna do your flight, your ship first? Since you're already there?
Yeah, no, if you don't want me to, I'll store mine.
No, go ahead. I mean, you might as well while you're there and we'll know. Because I gotta open these ramps. I gotta open these ramps in 2 days when I find the marker. Gee, I found the marker right off the top. Look at that shit. That's weird. I really wish SIG would leave our damn ramps and doors open if we want them open when we store a ship. All this shit wasting time. Alright, I took this out of here if I remember right.
You like speeding around in the old XL1 again.
What hurts?
Exactly. Well, let's see if it shows up in the oil. Oh, that's right. Remember, I couldn't use the gimbals. I had to put them directly on the ball turret.
Yeah.
Without the gimbals.
Oh.
Last time too. The gimbals are screwed up.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they're not supposed to even be there. They're supposed to be static.
Yeah. The gimbals are messing up.
Yep. Well, the gimbals aren't supposed to actually be there. They'll probably get removed at some point. Forgot all about that until you just said it.
Alright, check it. Boom, boom, all good. Pull it up. Pull it up, drop it down. Jump around, turn around, pick a bale of cotton.
Never heard that before.
Jump
Must
down,
be
turn around, pick a bale of cotton. Never heard that?
ours is jump down, turn around, and something else.
Well, a bale of cotton is a shit ton of cotton.
Yep. Sure is.
I mean, You'd be
Oh,
lucky you fucking can pick a bale of cotton in a fucking week.
they got yeah we've got cotton people up here, which is odd because you wouldn't think it'd be able to grow here, but it does.
Oh yeah, that's in cotton. Cotton grows. Fucking weed.
Yep.
Alright, and restore her again. Okey-dokey. Alright, I'm gonna head over to you. I was at 100% water. I'm down to 24, flashing red when I started this with you. Not this game.
Yeah, I know.
I mean,
I am sick and tired of this water food shit,
yeah.
especially since they
So
could fix it.
I've been sitting here gaming, playing. I mean, I'm not dying of thirst.
Yep, I know. It's annoying. It's not fun, and
Oh
it's some.
crap! We need to recreate the party.
Yep, and it's not fun. It's annoying, and it's something they could fix by going to their little sheet, changing one number, and saving it. That's all you gotta do. Just like the auto log out crap. Freaking annoying. I mean, I understand games have to have an auto log out, or people that are sitting there for freaking a week logged in. But 10 minutes is way, way too fast. Real life happens. Shit happens. Half an hour, 45 minutes, that's reasonable. Hell, make it an hour, that's reasonable. After that, you get auto logged. Hell, depending on the day, it might take 10 minutes just to take it down, you know?
You gonna send me a party in there?
I thought I just shit spaced it out because I was talking. Holy fuck. Oh. I just realized what time it was, too.
Yeah, it's getting late. Get the hell.
Damn, man. You know,
Because my
almost.
youngest came home from his second job, right, at Chick-fil-A today at like, I don't know what it was, right when like I was gonna go, when I went down to dinner. He basically got home from work.
Yep.
It was like 8 o'clock.
Yep.
And he was just like, I'm gonna eat my Chick-fil-A, shift meal and go to bed. Because he's
Yep.
got to get up at like 3:30 in the morning to go to work at his other job.
Damn.
At the golf. He gets up and does his golf course.
Yep.
Does work on the golf course for about 5 hours.
Cargo
And
elevator?
what?
You were running back and
Then
forth
he,
again.
yeah. Then he went and he had a Chick-fil-A shift.
What's he working so much for?
Because it's summer, and he wants money.
Oh. Well, if he doesn't have time to enjoy it.
Yeah, well, he's got time off.
Motivated.
We're going on a nice vacation to fucking Aruba.
Oh, that's
He's
true.
got time
That's
off.
true. Forgot about that. When do you leave?
Huh? What?
When do you guys go?
Oh, June 23rd to the July 3rd. We're
Gotcha.
back, I believe.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's a good reason to save money. Because it's going to eat all your money. Did you guys do a, what do they call that? Where everything's paid for? All
No,
inclusive?
no, no. I hate. No, not into that. We rented this like a fucking big ass villa
Yeah.
on the island. It's gorgeous.
Yeah. The one cruise I took with a woman, we went all inclusive, and I'm glad we did. because
Yeah,
man,
cruises. Well, I mean, cruises are always pretty much all inclusive, right? But
well we
I've
did
done the resort thing, and it's okay.
yeah, we did the all-inclusive resort another year, and we're glad we did because, or I'm glad we did then. I was still with her because everything was paid for, and the price of alcohol alone, we wouldn't have been drinking. I mean,
Yeah,
it
on the
was,
cruise, like on a cruise, if
yeah,
you don't like, they have a separate booze package you buy.
yep,
You know.
or a resort, same thing. Although the resort was nice because the first thing we noticed walking around, every 12 feet there was a spigot for fresh barrel beer. You just got a glass, walked up, and got beer anytime you wanted it. That was nice, you know, because sometimes you get doing shit, the beer gets old, dump it out, fresh beer right there. The only bummer was it was Heineken, because that's what they brewed on that island.
All right, where the hell is the filter?
It's under ships, and it'll be weapons.
No, in this thing it's different.
No, ships and weapons. It'll
Well, I
say,
got the ship. Oh, there it is. Hold on. It's no.
yeah, ships. Then you
There
got
it is. All categories. All right, weapons. Got it. Okay. Could be at the bottom of the list, right?
W.
Yeah. So 2 4 4 4 7s, right?
Two 447s and two
What was that? Just I'll bring up the other one.
two 447s and two of the arbors, whatever.
There's just these like salvage thingies, and I'll just keep them. It's fine. We'll be all right.
Funny. Mom, Vigo won't play fair. He's stealing my stuff.
There it goes. God, I was like, that was taking forever for that to go up. What the hell is this thing over here? We got broken car parts laying all over the place.
Shit. What the? Yeah, that's from that dune buggy. Remember? I just put them out there so next time I despawn. Do you have your tractor beam? I forgot I put mine in the ship. Move them.
Yeah.
Bring them out and move them over here. Put them over in this little alcove next to the mech. Back in there.
Yeah. The mech wouldn't move them or something.
Oh, I guess it would, wouldn't it? But you were more convenient. It's only 4 things. I could have used the Argo Trek too. And then tomorrow I'll see if the repro works this way too. Which is a good thing, I guess, we're checking this because I hadn't checked this, doing it this way.
You know, this may be a way to launder it.
Yep. I'll bet you this does. I bet you this does work.
I'm selling them to you. I salvaged these off a wreck, and I'm selling them to you.
Right.
For $0.
Huh? Yeah, for $0.
For the price of 2 of those freaking Gatlins. That's what it was.
Yep. That's what all party members will claim. Yeah, I sold them to my party member. 3 times? 4 times? 5 times? How many times? Well, everyone.
Many times.
Yep, because I confirmed all the other ways to do this, so. Alright, thanks. Let's see where they're at, yeah.
Okie dokie.
Dokie okie.
Guess I'm not gonna get those other missions really.
The what?
The missions to get the stupid
Oh,
points,
yeah.
the ace pilot.
By the way, when you get back next time you're playing with your cargo elevator, see if you can pull up the size 12 tools on it.
Yeah, I'm sure. Oh, the size 12? Aren't they size 10s out of the
Polaris
Polaris?
should be, I don't know now. Some say they're size 10, some they're changed over to size 12.
Size 10s.
But
why? You don't? I can check right now.
Because the cargo elevator gets overloaded. No, that my cargo elevator gets overloaded. Try it on yours.
Are you sure?
Yep. The weird colored ones, those are the size 12s too.
Yeah, I haven't collected anything other than from a Polaris.
Yeah.
I've only ever
I got a
ran into
bunch
one
at
person.
Hershey.
Yeah, I've only ran into one person running the Idris orbs.
What do you mean?
You guys are talking about the Torps, right? The
Polaris and Idris.
The Idris has size 12s. The Polaris is supposed to be size 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But some are claiming. Yeah, some people were claiming they upgraded.
VT-10 Veritas torpedo.
Yeah.
Yep.
So.
Elevator overloaded.
Told you. Yep. Now that's my cargo elevator. I want you to try on yours when you get back. Just to make sure it's not an account issue.
No, it's an account issue. But we could still.
Yeah, but with the shit they're working on with my account, I double check everything because I don't want to send them the report and find out it's system wide. Or not system wide. Not system wide, I mean. That it's just my account. Again. Which is why I've been double verifying everything.
I haven't tried to pull one up, an elevator.
I think it's system wide.
Just put them down. They go down fine.
Yep. I think it's system wide. I just want to verify.
It's always trying to get it up. That's getting old.
That's an age thing. That's your problem.
That's my problem, right?
Yep.
It's embarrassing, but
yeah. Yep. Well, you don't have to worry. You don't have a woman. You don't have a woman right now, so it doesn't matter, does it?
True.
I mean, at least you're not complaining that your air pump broke.
Oof. God, I had an uncle. That man went through about 3 of those goddamn things.
Blonde or brunette or something else?
What was his last wife? Filipino wife? She was fucking pissed at him. Because, he had a vasectomy, like, before she was born.
Really?
And she thought, they were going to have kids, and he was like, oh yeah, I can have kids. You fucking can't have kids. Lying sack of shit. But he was. He's dead now. Well,
what'd she do? Kill him?
No. No, she didn't kill him. She ended up divorcing him like his other 5 wives.
Yeah.
But she took his retirement from Coors.
Ooh.
His retirement.
How long were they married?
Long enough.
Damn. Yeah,
long enough for her to get citizenship.
Seems like 10 years is the average for that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it was less than 10. I think they were married maybe 5 or 6 years at the most.
And she got his pension?
Oh yeah, she got his pension.
The whole thing? Or just while they were married?
Whatever the spousal portion of the union, yeah.
Wow. Well, I'm surprised he didn't go get married a 6th time real quick.
Well, he died.
Oh.
She got it when he died. She didn't get it after the divorce. She got it when he died.
Got it.
Being the last wife, which was hilarious. I'm like, he was married to, what was his 3rd wife? He was married to her for like 15, almost 20 years.
Yeah.
Dawn. God, she was. Man, don't get me started. My uncle. Uncle Ralph. I had a rooster I named after him because he was like looking in the eyes of a fucking chicken.
You should have known, the kid that puts his tongue on a telephone pole in the middle of winter. That wasn't Ralphie. He shot his eye out. That's right. Ralphie tried to shoot his eye out.
Ralphie shot his. That was right.
Yep. Came up with a whopper to get himself out of trouble in that one. You know, it's funny, that scene reminds me when I got my first BB gun. Just because I understood his reaction. You know.
Elevator overloaded.
So it is system wide. Okay. Then I'm not reported. Not that one anyway.
Yeah. Okie dokie.
Alright, then I'm gonna get this out of here.
Fix it to me.
Do what?
I'm exiting the menu.
Did I?
God, I didn't even have a beer. I forgot to have my beer. Too late now. I don't like going to bed with beer in my gut.
Yeah, you wake
Good
up
night,
and...
guys.
Night. See you tomorrow.
See ya.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit the hay here pretty soon too. We're gonna take this thing off, fly it out a bit, bed log, because it's 23 here. Let's see, this week.
I'm at 22.
I'll be able to, this weekend I'll be able to play though, because the wife's got to work. And it's going to be 80 degrees out on Saturday. I'm staying inside. Especially after last weekend when I was planting potatoes. I was in the frickin' sun for 2 hours. And I got so damn sunburned, it's not funny. Which is unusual. So the UV kicked it up a notch with all the flares and shit going on. Like, fuck. And I knew better because I had gotten an alert there was a coronal hole pointed right at the earth. And I knew, don't take your shirt off. I did. But I was thinking, it's only 2 hours. Yeah, well, guess what? 2 hours was plenty. Alright. Let's see. We got...
Yep. Well, you have a good one.
Yep, you too. I should have brought a box. Damn it. Oh, shit. What the hell? That was a hole. Put them in here. Whoa. Damn. Come on, mouse. Ah, shit. It's sad when you waste an entire freaking 3 hours and 22 minutes just getting it ready to go again.
Welcome to Knowledge Spacing Industries. Enjoy the ride. Systems check. Engines are on.
But this time, at least when I come in, I'll be able to... thinks they're Avengers, I guess.
Quantum drive is now on.
Well, that was dumb.
Quantum drive is now off.
There I am, spacing it out. Yeah, they gotta fix this agility stuff with the Polaris. This is not good. It's turning as slow as an Idris does. And this is a Corvette. It should not be doing that.
Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now off. Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now off. Shields are on.
Shit, I just realized something. No, we picked them up. What am I doing? I don't want to freaking sit down. The default should be lay down. Oh, you gotta be freaking kidding me. Log out on own vehicles and ship? Wrong. Fucking game. I crossed enough boundaries to fix it. You fucking thing. Maybe I'll go all the way there because they can't get their shit to work. It sucks when somebody wants to, you know, leave in a reasonable amount of time and they have to do this.
Quantum drive is now on.
call it a night. Quarter to midnight. So those watching, thanks for watching. I'll be back tomorrow afternoon, evening. So hopefully we'll see you then. Night.